Yes, yes.
And all the cherry trees, 1,600 cherry trees has its number. The number one tree is over there. That is the number one tree, cherry tree. The largest one, I think. So it's too large. They need support of the branches. Very beautiful. Azalea are starting to bloom in the edge.
This is really going. This is stunning.
Yeah.